So when I walked onto the captain's cabin, or the aft cabin is what it is, I immediately saw studio, and I saw monitors up, and I was like, oh, we're gonna put a studio on a boat. Turns out there's quite a lot of intricacies around doing sound on a boat, and you find out where the water laps the loudest. And so fortunately we live in an age where like it's mainly on a laptop, and just like a clever, some clever mic placements and things like that. But we could record out here on a peaceful evening. So it's not going to be a dedicated room. It's going to be a bit of a roving studio, but it'll have a studio feel. I see a lot of like collaborations happening around that very table in the saloon. Everything has evolved from the moment you go, I think I'm going to do that, then the marine will go, no, you can't. First, and it's going to be 4 times the price, and it's going to take 10 times as long as you thought, which I've come to realize and accept, and now I completely love it. I was with a broker called Bruce Tedder, and we were looking at cats, but like all the new catamarans they look like a cheap hotel room, to be honest. I walked on here and she had such character and she was so beautiful. So from the word go, I was just like, no, that's something. She doesn't sail fast, she doesn't do anything, but she's got a lot of history, a lot of character, and that speaks to me because I'm not in a hurry to go anywhere. I want to arrive safely and in a little bit of potentially controversial style. I was born in Roodepoort. I grew up on the bluff in Durban, and I was in the water quite a lot. But I didn't come from a sailing family or a sailing background. In fact, I haven't sailed much. My license is way more advanced than my experience. So now I have something to get a lot of experience on. And today's trip was already a lot of experience. It wasn't the best conditions. It was 4-meter swell, 5-meter swell. And it was just straight into the famous southeast in Cape Town. So we did motor the whole way. The good news is that we needed to break the engine in anyway because we got a brand new engine. So we had a great crew. No one got sick. We did roll a lot, and you know what? Little Timmy just rolled in the water. It was just grand. It was an incredible. There were just smiles all around. Everything fell off every shelf that you can imagine. It was impossible to make lunch. It was impossible to do it. It was the impossible machine. In this day and age, it's never been a better option if you think about it. As a symbol of freedom and fun, I always knew in the back of my mind I'd like to do it. I just didn't know when I was going to be able to pull it off. And you can hear the squeaking behind you. She's safely alongside. And I walked onto her for the first time here in about August last year. And I just immediately was like, yeah, that's the pirate boat that I need. I didn't even know that it was a particular dream or anything like that. But I walked on, I was like, yeah, this needs to happen. I'm licensed to take 12 passengers and 3 crew. It's going to be very adaptable. It's going to be a studio. It's going to be surf charters, yoga, dive charters, and it's going to be everything. So it's not just a dedicated floating studio. Actually, one of the ones that I'm going to do is going to be like a tech fast kind of charter where you come to the bottom and you put your phones in a safe and you come and hear the wind in the sails without taking selfies or without documenting it, without Instagram. And our intention is to set sail as soon as possible, but we now realize what it takes to do it. We actually want to head east. I know it sounds weird, but we want to go the wrong way around the world. Mainly in this day and age because it's the safest way to go as far as all the ports are still open. They're not as affected by COVID. And then it's more rugged, and I feel I want to do that while I'm slightly younger and a little bit more naive and not so worried about anything, to be honest. And then we'll end up around the world, and who knows how long it'll take, 5 to 10 years, who knows. Anything's possible.